So what I'm going to do now is analyze the restoration inside of our block that it's going to be milled out of. So over here, I could change the size of the block. If it came in a smaller block, it would offer me that decision to place the restoration in it. You always want to go with the smaller block because that's going to save you time and material, wasted material. I can also change the definition, a standard definition and a high definition. For this machine, the standard definition will mill the entire restoration with a 1.2 millimeter diamond coated burr. If you choose to do the high definition, the high definition will follow this occlusal anatomy with the 0.5. For this mill, it adds about 2 to 3 minutes onto the mill time because it changes the tool itself and goes and refines that occlusal anatomy. Now I have the ability to change the position of the restoration inside the block. I can also utilize the auto nest tools. And also I can move anytime I'm milling with this machine because of the strategy it uses. I want to keep it to the end. Well, with many machines, you want to keep your waist down. So I want to keep it as close to the end of the block as I can. So I'm going to click produce and I'm going to send our case to the mill. And I'll meet you over by the mill. It's sitting right next to me. So the way you interact with this mill is through a wireless app. So I'm going to choose our case, find our case here. And I'm going to start our case. So we're using the PrograMill 1 today. It's a highly automated mill. So it's going to do right now is it's going to go up and grab the block for me and get ready to mill the case. That's all I have to do. So my processing time is up here. And we'll kind of see as the mill is going to go and get into position, it's going to grab the block. So this mill uses a 5-axis turn mill strategy. What does that mean? So it has 5 axes, it has the A, B, the X, Y, and the Z. And that's going to give you an outstanding fit. Compared to other strategies like the 4 axes, they tend to overmill in certain areas of the intaglio surface of the crown. This is going to give you a much better fit. You're going to have less overmill. And in fact, I find my designs actually match near perfectly to the end result that is milled. The 5-axis strategy. So this mill uses a stationary spindle. The spindle stays still. This keeps the tool in constant contact with the block and enables it to have the nicest fit and finish that you'll see. And I think you'll see clinically, what do you see, Dr. Juliani, when you're with the strategy?
Well, I think, you know, it always sounds nice when you get to explain what it's doing in the machine, but for us, what that means is it gives us quite possibly the nicest margins I've seen in any of the milling chambers I've ever used, because once that block hits that tool, it never leaves it. It'll completely mill the entire outside of it, then it'll mill the outside. So we're really getting such a nice finish with that. And it allows the material to be really treated. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So much gentler than some of the other milling chambers. That really does result in a better result for us clinically when we go to finalize the seat and the delivery of it.